Hello summoners, and welcome back to the Mobalytics patch 8.2 video tier list. One quick note before we start is that our difficulty rating has been reworked slightly after much feedback. Previously, the difficulty ratings were based solely on champion mechanical cap or mechanical ceiling. This is why cases like Lux and Aurelion Sol were on the same boat in terms of our old difficulty. A-Sol was much more about game knowledge and understanding, and is by definition a hard champion, but Lux is also a champion with 4 skill shots, so we took that into consideration. We appreciate your feedback, and we have now changed difficulty to Learning Curve. This will be much more designed around the philosophy of how hard a champion is to play, assuming you're brand new to them or to the role itself. Just remember that difficulty and skill will always be subjective to the person you're speaking to and the person doing the speaking. A challenger level player may say that no champions are really hard to play, whereas a bronze player might say that a lot of champions are hard to play. Lastly, remember that our tier lists are predictive and come out at the beginning, not the end of a patch. This means that buffs or nerfs in the patch notes could potentially mean more or less than we originally thought, but our experts are still pretty spot on. Starting from the top side of the map, we still have Gangplank and Camille holding down the S rank, as well as a new addition in Nasus. Nasus in solo queue has an insanely high win rate, play rate, and a healthy meta top lane for him to thrive in. The changes to targeted spells this patch also means that ranged champions such as Teemo, which traditionally gave Nasus a hard laning phase, will be much less punishing. The Curator of the Sands enters optimal this time with an awesome dueling kit, skirmishing, and sieging. Pantheon has also moved down from A into B tier with this targeted spell change. Many champions will be affected by this, and Pantheon is no exception. This change, making it so single target spells such as a Pantheon Q or Cassiopeia E now actually aggroes minions, this means that his laning phase will be much less abusable for him. His days of feeling like he has no counterplay in top lane might be gone. For jungle, we have Warwick, Shyvana, Kha'Zix, and Sejuani holding it down for S rank. Sejuani has 2 runes that do really well for her, both in Fleet Footwork and Aftershock, and this build allows her to set up easy ganks. The movement speed and the healing on Fleet Footwork makes it so Sejuani can clear the jungle much faster and safer, and this also means she can get to her monster late game teamfighting stage. For Evelynn and Italy, they've moved away from the S rank for us, not only because Evelynn received direct nerfs, but the removal of Frostfang for these AP junglers means that Evelynn and Nid will not be as strong as before. Their dominance in the jungle as the top tier AP junglers might be gone. For the mid lane S rank, we have Azir, Katarina, and Aurelion Sol. Azir in high elo solo queue gets banned and picked quite a bit, and in competitive play it appears that Azir might be the best mid lane champion along with Ryze, and Katarina and A-Sol have been doing great in terms of solo queue win rate in Korea and all around the world. A quick note about Ryze and Gnar, who have been picked quite a lot competitively but do not find themselves a spot on our list, is because we don't exactly recommend it for casual or normal players. Ryze and Gnar are great champions, but even in high elo solo queue and even in Korea, they still struggle to win games. This does not mean we think that Gnar and Ryze are bad champions, not in the slightest. Ryze might be one of the most OP mid laners right now. But statistically speaking, it does not make much sense for us to recommend for you to play Ryze, understanding that it might take a while for you to learn and pick him up and make him just as successful as the pro players. Because of the change to targeted spells, this also means that Kassadin's abusable laning phase with Arcane Comet and Summon Aerie won't be as strong as before, so we moved him down to B. For AD carries holding it in S, we have Kog'Maw and Twitch. Previously, Vayne was on this list as the best AD carry in the game, but after being hit really hard with both the Relic Shield nerf and her direct nerfs, we think that Vayne might not even be a good AD carry anymore. It's still going to require a lot of testing, and she could still potentially be OP, meaning she'll make it back onto our tier list next time, but we think these nerfs have been really crucial. Taking her spot, we've moved up Twitch because we think Twitch is one of the easiest AD carries to execute and hyper carry with. Although you can set up plays by playing Twitch properly by abusing his stealth, he can also just stand back and fire away with his ultimate. Twitch and Kog do really well in this meta and have time to scale up, and they don't even have bad laning phases for hyper carries. Other hyper carries have moved up and have more priority for us, such as Jinx and Xayah. Jinx has received some interesting direct buffs and kind of number tuning, and we think that she could be pretty good. She's now going to have a little bit easier time getting to her items, and hopefully her laning phase won't be so bad. Last but definitely not least, we have supports with Taric, Alistar, and Janna rocking it in S. The engaged supports and the more tanky teamfighters are still going to be king with Taric and Alistar. And surprisingly, Thresh is doing very well in the win rate department. Thresh is played quite a bit with a very high play rate, but he still seems to do quite well with win rates. Support itemization on this patch has been changed quite a bit. The 3 support items no longer have their crucial actives, meaning you don't have the Spooky Ghost or the Face of the Mountain Shield or the Talisman engaged move speed. But what you do get is your Sightstone basically for free once you complete your quest. This means that we think supports who maybe want to build more AP, such as Zyra, might be pretty good. This means that you can still get your Sightstone just by being proactive and poking people down, and it also means that you can prioritize more Magic Pen. So we'll have to see. Give things like Vel'Koz, Brand, and Zyra a try for bot lane. This has been the Mobalytics patch 8.2 video tier list. You can check out our blog for the full in-depth tier list. Make sure you check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord, and hit that subscribe button for more video tier lists and content in the future. Check us out at mobalytics.gg and use our product to help yourself climb and get better in solo queue, and we'll see you next time.